So these earphones surprised me in two big ways. Today we're going to review the HifiMAN Re400 In-Ear Monitors. And I'll just get this out of the way first. When I picked these up, I was just surprised. I was like, this looks like the cheapest, dirtiest, ugliest pair of in-ear monitors I've ever seen. I mean, honestly, this looks and feels like one of those free earphones they give you on flights. Yeah, the ones that get tangled up all over the place and you just can't wait to throw them away at the end. They exactly look and feel like that. The cable quality it just has this almost sticky feel to it, which is utter disgusting. So when I received them, I was like, did I get a fake pair of these? I mean, what I did was I bought them on sale on Taobao, which is the kind of Chinese AliExpress here. I got them for a sale price of 139 yen, which roughly equates to around less than 200, not 200, 20 US dollars. So very, very cheap price. And I was just wondering if I got them, if they're fake or not. But then I put these in my ear. They actually sound very pleasant. That's the second surprise. The quality of the sound coming out of these were actually good. And I just feel like this is very contradicting in many ways because the ultimate aim for me when I'm searching for these in-ear earphones was to find something that sounds good. Overall, after all these few years, I've been buying quite a few. So I have this is the File pair, this is the Xiaomi pair, this is the Shure pair. So these are my recent in-ear monitors, and what I've been trying to find, and the reason why I bought these were because I wanted a pair that sounded more flat. So the ones on the table here, especially the middle two from China, or the hi-fi ones, Chinese hi-fi ones, they sound very, very kind of V-shaped sound, very heavy bass, very heavy treble, but very light in the mid-range. And I wanted something that kind of filled that gap, that was like more flat, had very, very good mid-range, and this is why I ended up buying one of these, and I wanted to share this review with you guys. So overall, I would say it was surprising in terms of sound because it was kind of exactly what I was looking for. Very, very rich vocals and very just pleasant sounding, doesn't tax your ears a lot. And this is exactly what the sound signature HifiMAN delivers. And in many ways, one of the reasons why I bought these is also because I got the HifiMAN Anandas. They sound great, and I wanted to see if that kind of good sound also applies to their lower end in-ear monitors. After all, I can't take these outside with me because you'll probably find out in my review, these are completely transparent. So you go outside, you just hear all background noise, and I wanted something that can just walk outside and have good sound. So overall, how does it sound like? Well, in terms of the overall package, I would say is good, but it's not very stellar in any particular department. So if you look at the bass, I've read a few reviews and people criticize that there is absolutely no bass. I think there's a few head-fi reviews that there's like, oh, no bass, treble sibilance. So it's not excellent in either department. The bass is not particularly strong. The treble, of course, I didn't really hear that sibilance, to be honest. I felt it was good. It wasn't impactful in any means, but I felt it was very detailed. And I think the mid-range is where it excels at. This is where you get a lot of the female and male vocals sounding relatively surprisingly very detailed, crisp, and good. And I feel like this is kind of what they were trying to go for. I mean, after all, this is not an expensive pair of IEMs. They don't really have the most technology. And I mean, what do you expect from them? If you look at the drivers themselves, you look at the encasing itself, it's very small. Just like look at how it compares to the size of my fingers over here relative to something like the File F7 over here, which is much bigger, much more sophisticated looking. And in terms of technology, it also went the other way as well. This one has a single driver inside On the other hand, something like this, the File FA7, if you actually look inside, this has 4 drivers inside. So this is actually, in many ways, I would say that this is a counter trend. A lot of these Chinese headphones recently, they've been packing more and more drivers inside. I've seen ones with like 8 drivers packed inside. And they kind of do need it with balanced armature drivers. You want to they target specific sound ranges. That's why the more you have, the better. But it also depends on the way they tune it. So more doesn't always equal better. And in a later video, I'll talk about how this pair, which is a 4-driver system, actually doesn't sound good. So I feel like on the other end, HifiMAN was on the right track where they have one driver, but just very, very well balanced, very well tuned. And I think that's what they're very good at. But honestly, though, going back to some of the manufacturing issues, I feel like this definitely feels cheap. The cable, honestly, can do better. The reason why I think the industry moved away from these cheap cables is because they tangle up very easily. Whilst compared to some of these braided cables that Xiaomi provides, or even the very much thicker file cables here, these are much better solutions to the cable management issue. That being said, also, for some reason, one of the reasons why I bought this is that these are not detachable. So this seems to be the case with all HifiMAN in-ear monitors. They're not detachable by any means. Modern ones, they can detach, you can change cables, and that's great, especially if over time they wear and tear. And what happens is that, well, if they disconnect here, that's game over for you guys. And it's in many cases why I chose to have the cheapest end of the in-ear monitors. It's for that exact reason. I tend to typically just shove these in my pocket and just run out. And that, after half a year, 1 year of that, things usually break relatively quickly, and then you start losing sound on both sides. So anyways, overall conclusion, would I buy these? Would I not? I think they fulfill a need that I personally have for flat sounding headphones. Ever since my GR07 died, so the V-Sonic, very famous V-Sonic GR07, that pair died, I was looking for a flat pair of good sounding IEMs, and these kind of fulfill that role. They're cheap enough to just be a daily driver, run out with them, but at the same time, I definitely have an issue with the quality. It feels cheap, it looks cheap, and that's how it goes. I really wish that HifiMAN did improve the quality. I mean, instead of just finding the cheapest materials to manufacture it, why not just bump the price up $5, $6 and have really good materials, either Kevlar coated cables, have some nice looking connectors. Why not, right? That's the least we can ask for. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about these? If you guys own them, tell me what you think. And if you guys did order them or you think about ordering them, check out the links down below. If you found this review useful, make sure you click the little like button and subscribe button down below. I'm making more and more tech review videos on this channel, and I'd love to hear what you would like to check out or review as well. I've been just buying a bunch of stuff randomly on Taobao and just having a little bit of fun with this channel. This isn't my main channel, of course. My main channel is Box Mining, where we talk a lot about cryptocurrencies. And this channel is really for talking more about tech and just taking a break from that crypto world. So if you guys are interested in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, check out Box Mining over there. And if not, I'll see you in the next video.